Welcome! If you absolutely love the tactile joy of analog writing and really appreciate rigorous, hands-on testing, well, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're diving into a definitive breakdown of 11 handmade fountain pens to help you find that perfect daily writer.
Okay, let's dive into this. What you're looking at right here is the absolute foundation of our entire investigation. We're taking a meticulously crafted 22-page handwritten PDF dossier, complete with all its original sketches, illustrations, and authentic field notes, and translating it directly into this streamlined visual explainer. No fluff, just the raw, grounded data straight from the source pages.
The goal of the original author here was simple but incredibly rigorous. As the dossier states, this is a comprehensive, metric-driven review of collections from PLP, Woodex, Canwright, and Camlin. So we aren't just relying on quick, superficial impressions. We'll be looking really closely at the original field notes and macro photography to see exactly how these tools perform when metal actually meets paper.
Here is our roadmap for the explainer: evaluation parameters, flawed writers, solid mid-tiers, the diagnostic matrix, and finally, the final verdict. Section 1. Evaluation parameters. Every good experiment needs strict rules, right?
To really understand these pens, we're measuring 4 absolutely crucial metrics. First up is startup speed. Does the pen feature instant capillary action, or do you kind of have to coax it to get started? Second is ink flow. We're looking at whether it's a continuous gusher or if it suffers from a dry, interrupted flow. Third is tactile feedback. This vocabulary is super important for us. We'll be contrasting a buttery smooth feel against a pencil-like crispness or even unwanted scratchiness. And finally, reliability. Does it write flawlessly, or are there noticeable skipping gaps?
Let's look at the 11 contenders spanning our 4 brands: PLP, Woodex, Canwright, and Camlin. The variety here is just fantastic. It covers everything from budget-friendly retroplastic bodies to premium-crafted Ebonite models. I mean, we're talking ranging from mini pocket sizes all the way to massive jumbo grips.
Section 2. Flawed writers and mechanical misses, the ones that didn't quite make the cut. Take a look at this classic green beauty, the PLP Jumbo Ebonite. Visually, striking. But if you read the reviewer's handwritten notes from the PDF, it was mechanically flawed right out of the box. Get this. Shockingly, the body was stuck so incredibly tight it required actual pliers and silicone grease just to unscrew the ink section. I mean, wow. Plus, it suffered from a delayed startup and a really hesitant ink flow.
Now, what's really interesting about this next one, the PLP Mini Ebonite, is the visual evidence. If you look closely at those original red scribbles in the background field notes, you can literally see the skipping and interrupted flow. It's an ergonomic miss that actually requires the cap to be posted just to feel balanced in the hand. And that stiff, skipping nib, that indicates a real tuning or feeder issue.
And then we have the Woodex number 39 Ebonite. Aesthetically, it is absolutely stunning. It features this beautiful brushed matte black finish and a very distinct circular white pearl-like finial. However, it is highly mechanically demanding. The field notes specify that the capillary action takes minutes to actually start. That means the user has to maintain constant pressure just to keep the ink flowing continuously. So a very high-maintenance writer for sure.
Section 3. The solid mid-tier performers. Moving on to the reliable ones.
First up in this tier is the Camlin Elegante. This is the ultimate budget retro pick, costing a mere 225 rupees. Despite its plastic maroon body and incredibly low price tag, it completely defies expectations. It features a highly ergonomic curved grip, instant capillary action, and 100% reliability. You literally only notice slight feedback when you're writing at a very, very fast speed.
And this brilliantly illustrates our next solid performer, the PLP Valen Ebonite. Just take a second to admire that black and chocolate swirl ebonite finish. Beautiful, right? And it pairs perfectly with its highly satisfactory performance. Now, yes, it has a slightly delayed startup, but once it gets going, it settles into this beautiful, continuous, non-skipping flow with a really crisp, pencil-like feedback.
Let's do a quick objective comparison here to see what we've actually learned. On one hand, we had the massive PLP Jumbo with its erratic, hesitant flow that literally required pliers to open. On the other hand, we have the PLP Velen, 100% reliable with a highly satisfactory, continuous flow. This proves a vital point. A larger size or a more ambitious build doesn't automatically guarantee a better mechanical writing experience.
Section 4, the Master Diagnostic Matrix. Time to look at the hard data. Let's isolate the dataset for just our top-tier performers, the PLP Piston, the PLP Dronacharya, the Canwright Ganapati, and the Woodex number 62. So what do they all have in common? Well, look at the columns: instant startup and flawless reliability. To reach this elite level in the Dossier, a pen absolutely must deliver on those two critical metrics immediately.
Now zooming out to the complete Master Diagnostic Matrix for all 11 pens, the contrast becomes incredibly clear. You can see our top tiers shining with perfect scores right at the top, while the flawed writers drag at the bottom, plagued by delayed startups, hesitant flows, and erratic reliability. The single slide beautifully organizes all 22 pages of subjective handwritten notes into objective, actionable data.
Section 5, the final verdict. It's time to crown our winners.
Our first honorable mention goes to the Canwright Divine Ganapati. This is a heavy metal alternative that offers incredible value. It provides wonderful balance, a premium heavy feel, and a buttery smooth flow with absolutely zero skipping. Plus, it has a genuinely unique backstory. According to the reviewer's field notes, this specific pen was literally blessed by a priest at a Ganapati temple. How cool is that?
Next up for an honorable mention is the PLP Dronacharya, crowned here for supreme balance. This beautiful green and yellow swirled eyedropper pen offers incredible comfort, especially for large hands. The field notes describe its perfectly controlled, dry but smooth flow as feeling, quote, like writing a scroll. A truly wonderful, physically larger writer that is just beautifully balanced.
Our final honorable mention is the Woodex number 62, crowned for deliberate elegance. This glossy black Ebonite pen with an hourglass grip is a true lightweight champion. But what really makes it special is that it's explicitly tailored for slow, deliberate scripting rather than fast note-taking. When used with that intention, it produces a truly like butter writing experience with instant capillary action. So, the crucial point is, who takes the absolute top spot? The best in-show goes to the PLP Piston Ebonite, specifically the model with the acrylic window. This pen won because it flawlessly bridges two worlds: traditional, handmade Indian ebonite craftsmanship and highly reliable modern piston mechanics. It's a real game changer.
As the Dossier beautifully concludes, this winner is an understated gem that demands no tweaking or pliers. The PLP Piston took the crown because it provided a flawless, continuous flow with almost zero feedback straight out of the box. No skipping, no hesitation, no silicone grease required, just pure, continuous writing joy. So we've seen all the data, the macro shots, and the original field notes translated right here for you. But ultimately, fountain pens are deeply personal. So I want to leave you with this question. Do you prefer buttery smoothness or a pencil-like crispness in your daily writer? Think about your own tactile preferences. Maybe it's time you test out a handmade fountain pen for yourself to see where you land on the matrix. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring.